Warning: the following video clip contains strong language and has therefore been rated 18 plus by the YouTube NECCA. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ding dong. Hello?
Yes, that's right, infidels. You found us here, channelattitude.com, Hamin Media Group, where you get the most real talk, the best reviews of all your favorite wrestling shows from AEW and WWE, Impact, and more, because we're going to break it all down with the best staff in professional wrestling at HMG. So you don't need to go anywhere else, because there's no 5 stars here. There's only $5 face slaps, infidel. Hello, Akbar! So sign up today, channelattitude.com, Hamin Media Group, and join the Hamin Army for the most real talk in professional wrestling. YOLO!
It's Friday! You know what that means! A new era of professional wrestling starts right now with AEW Rampage! I said I demand a thank you! What the hell? Good God Almighty, the rope just came off! John Moxley! I don't think he's here to say thanks. Brothers and Young Bucks been through a war. The thunder and the lightning of John Moxley, leaving his mark. Good God Almighty, the referee down.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Story Time with Adam Cole. That guy.
Darby Allin. He'll take a chance. Pull the goal.
Hello everyone and welcome to the HMG Rampage Uncaged show right here on channelattitude.com. I'm your host Jimmy T and my co-hosts, they're back as per usual. First, it's the evil one, it is the Gunner of Doom, it is the foreign object, it is Dr. Jeff Lippman. Welcome back to Rampage Uncaged right here on channelattitude.com. What's cracking?
Damn glad to be here.
Oh, that's good. And that's short and sweet. And my other co-host, he is the creative creature himself. He is Mr. AMBS for, that is, bullshit in the morning, or like bullshit in the morning. And that's Ambs with no L. It is Chris Ambs. Welcome back to Rampage Uncaged. And what's going on, my friend?
What's up? What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Jeff? Yeah, it's Christopher Ambs. That's AMBS, like lambs with no L or bullshit first thing in the morning. I'm going to keep saying it because you might have forgotten it. And if you haven't, don't worry. I'll keep reminding you.
He sure will. And speaking of reminder, I just want to say one thing before we get into Rampage, shall we? Chris Jericho, I just want to point this out. If you ever listen to this show, and I'm sure you do, it's Yowie, not Yeti. Just putting it out there. That's the Aussie Bigfoot. Okay? Yowie wowie like freaking Bray Wyatt. Yes, it's that Yowie. Just quietly.
Well,
anyway,
while we're
boys.
talking about Chris Jericho, I want to thank the production staff at AEW Rampage for while Chris Jericho was yelling on commentary on the screen, it was actually during the picture-in-picture aspect, so we couldn't hear a word he was saying. We just saw him screaming.
Well, unfortunately for me, because I watch it on Fight and not on ESPN2, I had to hear him during picture-in-picture because That's how shit rolls on the Fight TV, which is good because sometimes you get a lot of funny stuff that happens during that. And of course, we don't really get commercial breaks on Fight TV, so...
Well, you know what I have to say about that.
Oh,
Yowie wowie.
Yowie wowie. It's true. Well, boys, what the fuck were we watching?
I'm
Anyone?
so excited to review this show. You have the entire wrong attitude.
All right, well, look, let me be fair. First of all, the first match between Aussie Open...
I knew
What? What's so fucking funny? Well, it's true. It is the first fucking match.
You're terrible.
I didn't say anything but the first fucking match. You're putting words in my mouth now,
What
Jeff.
were you about to say?
Well, I was going to say the first matchup was between Aussie Open and the Young Fucks, or the Young Bucks. Yeah, I am a fan of Aussie Open, and not because they're from Australia, okay. I've been a fan of this for years, long before they were in New Japan, long before any AEW appearance. I think they're a damn good team. They work well together. One is big, one is smaller. They're both tall. Why do you hate them so much, Jeff?
Well, they suck. That's
In what
the
way?
only reason I need. They're really. It's like you ordered FTR from Wish, and Wish didn't
They're
come
nothing like
through.
FTR, but...
So like Make a Wish sent you something, then they didn't come through, and it's like instead of Wish, it was like Fleeting Thought sent you something. That's what you get. You get Aussie Open. I mean, first of all, you're saying you've been fans of theirs for years. The guys must be like 24 years old. So I don't know how many years.
When I say years, I'm talking about the last 5 years, yeah? Not fucking 10 years or anything
just
like that.
quietly. One of them looks like Angelico with bad hair. The other one, all I heard
does
is
look
like
like
what a great
Angelico,
athlete
actually.
he is. First of all, he's got my body, and he's 24. I'm 54. That's not a good body. Secondly,
First of all, Jeff, can you do what he does with your body?
yes, I could.
Can you cartwheel?
I'm sure I could.
Cartwheels
Chris,
are
is he
not
talk-
Can
difficult.
Get fucked, both of you. That's a load of shit. If I ever saw you guys fucking do cartwheels, I will fucking do a backflip.
All right, so we've established
doing
that
the cartwheel
Australians
now.
are apparently very unathletic. That's good to
Oh,
know.
get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. For a big fucking guy. Look, the other guys are flippy, right?
not that
Generally.
Big fucking guy. How
I'm
big
talking
is
about
that
Davis,
guy?
Mark Davis,
He's
the
like-
bigger bloke,
he's like
the
two
Yowie.
Dallas, what are you talking
He's
about?
like 2
I'm
inches
talking
taller
about
than a
wideness,
fucking young buck.
dudes, for crying out loud.
Wideness? I'm as wide as he is. I'm telling you, they're the same body.
Christ. Fucking hell,
And I'm
seriously.
not bragging about it.
I'm just saying, for his fucking size, and I'm not talking about his height, I'm talking about this way, right? He's pretty athletic for a guy that big. Yeah,
For a
they're
guy
pretty
that
plain
young,
Janes.
His knees are already inverted. I could actually hear his hips grinding. The guy is 3 years away from double hip replacement. And he moves like he's clumsy. He's as clumsy and awkward as Cross has been in the ring. This was a plotting bad match, and I love every part about it. Because what the fuck do you bring? What is this? You bring in Aussie Open twice to do nothing in the battle royal, then to have one of these moral victory losses against the Young Bucks. If they're supposed to be one of the best teams in the world, why do that to them? I understand Tony Khan probably pays more than they get.
They're
from
not signed, though.
Half a year in New Japan, but it's like have an AEW team lose to the Young Bucks. If the Young Bucks are supposed to be the elite and premier athletes, have them kill someone. Like I was hoping it was going to be the story was going to be the Young Bucks are spending so much time with trios that they don't remember how to be a tag team anymore, and they're really struggling. That's why
wishful thinking, Jeff. Please.
That's why they lost to Top Flight. That's why they lost to Aussie Open. And maybe they're not so happy with.
They'll never book that unless they're signed talent. They're never going to book that.
Right. So anyway, this match was long. It was boring. It was awkward. It was bad. The Young Bucks didn't look good anymore. And despite what you say, Aussie Open doesn't look good. They still look like 2 jars of mayonnaise, just more differently shaped jars of mayonnaise than before.
Chris, I'm sure you're going to agree with Mr. Lippman over here. Please tell us.
I don't entirely agree with Jeff on this one, actually. Listen, I'm not saying Aussie Open are my favorite tag team or anything, or even that they're particularly good.
I never said they're my favorite tag team.
Are they better than the Young Bucks? Yeah,
Of
they're
course.
probably better than the Young Bucks.
Wow. Shit.
No, really
shocked.
though. I'm so
No.
tired of watching these guys that have the same fucking match over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Every fucking match is the same fucking shit. They do the same goddamn spots every goddamn match. It's like Ric Flair circa 1997. It's the same fucking match. Oh, look, he's gonna go into the corner. I wonder if he'll double over the turnbuckle. Oh, he's going up to the top rope. I wonder if he'll land whatever he's going for up there. No,
The flying knee,
the
the knee fucking drop.
It's the same shit every single time. It's the same shit every single time, and I'm just tired of seeing it. As far as Aussie Open, like, I'm not impressed with those guys, but if they were relatively cheap, would I let them be part of my tag team roster? Yeah, I probably would.
How cheap is cheap though, Chris?
I mean, cheap. They couldn't be
55
coming
a
to me
year
and
or
going,
below?
I mean, if I'm Tony Khan, maybe 55 a year is not too bad. That's
not too
just
bad.
like regular people money. Fuck, that's
Yeah,
nothing.
I mean, it's still
Sure,
a
I'll
grand a
give
year,
them
right?
that.
I mean, a week.
One thing
$1,000
I will say too about this match is the fucking commentary. Just, oh my god, like,
Horrendous.
I'll keep talking about the commentary, but at one point the big fat fuck, what's his name?
Dunkzilla, Chris, Mark Davis.
Right, the big fat fuck picked up both of the Young Bucks.
That was cool.
At
I like
the
that.
same time. Jimmy, I can pick up my 6 and 7-year-old too. It's
Yeah,
about
of
the
course
same
you can.
fucking weight.
And he didn't pick them both up. He picked one guy up, and the other guy jumped on top of it to make it easier.
Wait a minute, Jeff. First of all, to be fair, it is kind of hard to pick up two people. Like, not because he couldn't do it. I'm sure he could lift them both up at the same time, but he couldn't get his hands around both of them really, so he had to jump up.
This was every bad as awkward and dorky as when Top Dollar, holds the one guy up and then puts the other one in the Samoan drop and pretends that he did feats of strength while they're climbing up on top of him.
Not
Look,
impressive at all.
it wasn't impressive. It wasn't impressive because, first of all, you're right. The Bucks weigh what? 150 pounds each?
Ish.
Honestly. Give or take, something like that.
And they keep getting shorter every time I see them.
I will say Mark Davis is getting wider, though, man. He's getting a bit on the tub side, which sort of shocked me because I hadn't seen him in a while, and he looked a lot fatter during this match. But I will say this.
I mean, he fits our body type, except for Chris, who went skinny on us.
He lost weight. Yeah, he went skinny on us.
You know what he needs to do? He needs to get himself a Greek football shirt, and then he'd look great.
Yeah, baby. Fucking oath he should. Unfortunately, he wouldn't wear one. But I will say this. They're not as bad as you guys think. If you guys check them out in other promotions...
I will not check them out.
I didn't say they were bad.
No, I know you didn't, Chris. But you particularly, Jeff. You watch every other damn promotion. Why can't you just go out of your way to check out their other work in other promotions?
If they go on MLW or NWA, I'll be forced to watch them.
Thank God they're not on those shows, just quietly. But anyway, yes, the match had your typical Young Buck style of match. Flips, more flips, some hard European uppercuts, I will say, and slaps. Mark Davis slapped the shit out of Nick and Matt Jackson, and the European uppercut to Nick Jackson, I think, at the start of the match, that was pretty stiff, man. I won't lie. That looked like it really clocked him. What?
He should have hit him with that slap in the booking meeting, and maybe this match would have been better.
Well, but what I do have a gripe on, right? Why don't they announce sort of... Like, I hate how they just bring guys out of the blue. Just out of nowhere. Like, for no particular reason. Let's just put them out there and off we go. And that really is a problem for me. Now, you can tell that AEW is kind of high on Aussie Open because they seem to use them as frequently as they can. I wouldn't be surprised once the New Japan deal winds up that TK does sign them for, say, Ring of Honor. Jeff.
Whatever. I mean, listen, I actually did for a second think that they were going to win for the reasons I said, but also I figured that maybe they would win that casino battle royal, that now that they beat the Young Bucks on TV, that they'd make sense in that spot. But, that wasn't it either, and I'm glad for that. But if their New Japan contract comes up and they're interested in working or living in the United States, why wouldn't they do it? Sure. Why not, Tony Khan? Yeah, we are three sexy bitches. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jinder.
Yeah,
Mahal.
Jinder, the sexiest. Just quietly.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure, why not? I guess, but he doesn't need. And Tony Khan signing new people is not at all what Tony Khan needs, even for Ring of Honor. He's already got an entire roster signed there, and none of them are doing anything except occasionally taking an L on a AEW show. I don't know why he brings them in. I think it is because this is his way of sort of. I'm not sure if it's real or just in his head, but of keeping that relationship with New Japan open.
Yeah, well. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. See, that's the thing. We don't know what the status is between AEW and New Japan at the moment. I'm assuming that
we know Spectrum Cable on their pay-per-view schedule has Forbidden Door 2 listed for June 24th.
That's true. I saw that.
So that whether it's real or not, I don't know.
You know what? Does Forbidden Door sound like a damn porn, bro?
I mean, it sounds like, it basically sounds like something that maybe Paige would name one of her videos. I don't. I'm not interested. I don't honestly, at one point I thought, hey, maybe this Forbidden Door thing could really be cool if they actually merged the promotions and had some real, we got to see Tanahashi over in AEW, or maybe we got to see, Kazuchika Okada, versus somebody over here that we hadn't seen before.
Well, we did see them on Forbidden Door, the original one.
Yeah, one show. It's not the same to me. It's that's not where the money is. The money, if they're going to do it, is to do it big time and do it on free television and show people.
Free television.
Make sure that people see this is what's going on in Japan if you're interested in it. Because right now, I'm a guy who's not naturally interested in what's going on in Japan. I'm just not. I don't care. And I still haven't really been shown anything to suggest that I should change my mind on AEW television. Now, I will say, just quietly, between the three of us and the millions and millions of people who are watching,
and paying.
Listen, I actually think that in the ring, from bell to bell, Kazuchika Okada might be the best professional wrestler on the planet. I actually think that he's one of the best storytellers in the world. I really believe that.
Wow.
But,
has Chris turned a new leaf or what?
But there's absolutely nothing that would make me give a shit about anything else going on in Japan ever, because nothing on American television, nothing on terrestrial television is actually showing me that. So if they can do something like that and actually show me, give me a reason why I should care about Japan, then maybe I'll start. But until then, I will just continue to ignore everything that's going on with Japan and let the vet send me videos of Kazuchika Okada matches. That's about it.
Shout outs to the vet. But what about extraterrestrial television, Chris?
I mean, there's some of that out of Japan too, and we don't need to go into all that shit.
I'm not even going to ask you what you mean by that, but
there's whole promotions that literally have guys dressed up as fucking Godzilla wrestling each other. Come on, man, come on.
Ultraman movies.
Well, you know what's Japan. The best? No, but you know what is good about Japan? The Shinsuke Nakamura fucking ripoff. The guy that literally parodies Shinsuke Nakamura. He's fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie. Especially with his with the violin manager of his.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
I know, but you know what's hilarious? There was one match I saw that was in the supermarket, actually.
You guys were talking in the last show about some guy with a cat, and I had no idea who the fuck you were talking about.
You're talking about Daryl.
Well, the cat's Daryl.
Which cats? Because there was Danielle's cat. There was
there was a lot of pussy on that show.
Yeah, there was your cat, Mr. Gingy. I've never seen your cat before, Chris. Who is that? What's his name or she?
That's my girlfriend's cat. His name is Simba, and he is a gigantic asshole, but he likes me apparently. So
not as much of an asshole as Dee's cat. I'm just gonna say that because that motherfucker won't even jump on your lap.
You mean Dee's nuts?
Dee's nuts. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, enough of these nuts. But essentially, like I was saying, this match was all over the place. And, the Bucks, of course, get the win. And then the lights went out. I don't know if it was intentional At first, I don't think it
premature
was.
lightest offices.
It was it was premature, man. As a matter of fact, no doubt about it. It was weird. I'm not gonna lie.
The whole thing was weird.
It was weird. It was weird.
What just happened?
The lights went out.
Oh my goodness!
The lights went out. Shit.
Well,
what happened
are we
there?
surrounded on all sides, including Julia Hart, and am I Kenny Omega making sure that Julia Hart doesn't try anything?
Well,
I mean, I know he's used to wrestling small girls.
Whoa, we're off to a banger of a start already on this show. But yeah, that was silly, man. The lights going out, then the lights going back on, lights going out, then back on, and then out again.
Right. Like
and we got no one
on Twitter or something. You know how people like to defend all the storytelling on AEW. Fine, whatever. You know, I'm not even going to get at that. But like, the House of Black is feuding with the Elite now. Like feuding, the lights went, and 2 out of 3 of them were standing on a ramp once. So this is like this. This is so that there was a promo since it was cut, and then today the lights went out once prematurely, or maybe just to get us thinking. The second time they're surrounding the ring, including Julia Hart. The third time, they're gone. So it's head games, not attacking. I mean, this to me is not a feud. But last I saw, the House of Black was feuding with Ortiz and Kingston, getting into their heads, having them sort of at odds with each other. And Darby and Sting. Darby's like, Ortiz, you have my back. Now I'm going to have your back. And Sting's like, where you go, I go. Before we go out like Thelma and Louise. Ow!
Yeah, I was going to do that.
And then the whole thing never happened. And like people like Kingston's hurt, and he was hurt. He missed the Defy Wrestling thing. But the next week he wrestled. He was in the main event with your God bless you, Gesundheit in New Japan.
Yes,
Harry on the Valley.
That what? Just Smelly in the Chelly? What
Yeah,
was
he wrestled Tanahashi or somebody.
Well, somebody. Come on. It was Tanahashi. No, wait. Who was it? It was Jay White. It was Jay White.
No, it was Jay White, right? He won the loser leaves town. So Eddie Kingston gets to stay in New Japan because God knows what
He's so New Japan that guy
he is.
Was Haku on that show?
Yes.
He was.
Yeah, Haiku.
Hiromi Haku.
Hikuleo was on the show.
Well, that's his son. That's right, it is. Like, and apparently he could be going to WWE, speaking of him too. I don't know why.
I don't think so.
He sucks out of all the Haku
sons. I think they're just saying anyone who has a contract can go to WWE. It's like the opposite before when anyone had a contract, they're going to AEW. Now they're all going to WWE.
I know. It is bizarro world. Anything for you? Anything you want to touch on before we move on, Chris?
No.
Is he frozen? Oh, there you go. Are you doing the House of Black thing on us again, Chris?
Wait, hang on a second.
I think you got caught.
Oh, there you go. There you go. The lights are. Oh my God! The lights are.
Oh my.
Who's that? Is that a Kristen Taker? Yes. Wait, where's Chris?
The best part.
Oh,
I'm telling you, the best part is when the 3 of them were in the ring together, and they were making sure where all the enemies were, and they all took time to make sure where Julia Hart was. I just loved it.
Yeah, Kenny selling was just to that was pretty silly, and but it is what it is. It's AEW, Jeff. Come on, what do you expect from now on? I mean, seriously.
It's true. Her missed game is strong.
Wow. So is the rest of House of Black. Chris, are you scared of the dark?
Terrified of the dark. Yeah.
Wow. You better be scared of the House of Black that didn't turn up when it went black.
The House of Black and Darkness, thrones and elevators and stuff.
And shambles. That's all I'm going to say. Can we just already release these guys? Seriously, if anyone, and I understand, I think I understand, because these... But can we... This is silly and dumb crap shit booking, man. Can we, like, get these guys booked properly? Or do nothing at all with them? I mean... This is rinky-dink childish shit.
It's the same thing that I've said about Bray Wyatt. It's the same thing I've said about every spooky character from the beginning of time. If you're going to do spooky character who's a dark demon evil thing, you have to book them strong. Otherwise, they're just silly. They're Skeletor, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, they are. Didn't we mention that? Who was it? I think it was you and I, Jeff. We spoke about Skeletor. We actually said the same thing.
Cassidy.
Yeah. We actually said the exact same thing, Chris. We called him Skeletor as well, but it is what it is, man. I mean, what do you
Great
do?
minds,
But, yeah.
bruv.
I remember talking about Skeletor, how silly it was that the guy had a giant He-Man build body, yet his head was a skull. Like, why wouldn't the rest of his body be a skeleton too? Like, how come like all the muscles stopped at the neck and like he just became a skull?
Good question.
He skipped Skull Day too often.
Never skip Skull Day.
Yeah, I wonder what
You
Skull
gotta get
Day
these exercises in every once in a while. Like
And what
the
about your
acting
mouth, Chris?
exercises?
What
like
about-
a targeted skin-eating disease. It's not funny.
What
lion
about your
face.
mouth?
Ah, lemon face. Lion
That-
face. Ah. You gotta do those
That-
every once in a while. Otherwise, that's what happens. You turn into Skeletor.
Maybe he worked.
told me it would be a good look for me.
Well, someone else told me that he was working too much on his mouth area instead. Just saying.
Really?
But
Do tell.
Are we back to talking about Paige? What?
I knew you were gonna say that. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say, but who did it better?
Page.
Oh, well, there you go. 3 of them have all fucking love doing mouth workouts just quietly,
God.
including Mr. Butterfly Boy in Adam Hangman Hang Yourself page. Whoops, did I say that? Actually, don't hang yourself, folks.
No, there's already one suicidal champion on AEW.
No. And who's that?
MJF, his whole promo this week was
Oh yeah, you're right. That's true.
I mean, he's telling us a few weeks ago how he almost killed a woman and then switched seats with her so that he wouldn't get caught, and he ran away. And then he's the bully and the victim. And this week he's the victim because he never knew love. Everyone who ever loved him rejected him, but a woman changed his mind and then left him, and the only thing he has is the Triple B. Otherwise, he'll swallow a bunch of pills. Now he's gone
silly
from
as
cocky, rich,
shit,
better than you to now the victim and all. Like, he's 26 years old. He's got enough like tragic life stories for your average 98-year-old who's been in
I'm a
3
very
wars.
sad put upon Jewish boy.
That's right.
I know it's ridiculous. It really is, especially coming out of MJF's mouth.
And now
I'd really love to
now
see.
he's
I'd really love
suicidal?
to see him versus Imperium because I can imagine. the promos on that
You
one.
didn't just say that.
That'd be great. MJF versus the Germans.
One week he's a devil. The next week he's crying Liv Morgan.
I know we're on channelattitude.com, but Imperium versus MJF in a what stipulation type match, Chris?
We are Austrian. I'm Italian.
I mean, if you're gonna go Jews versus Germans, I say you go with with something like really, really dark, like a what was that match called where there was fire
match?
around the ring?
Yeah.
Or like
assholes,
a
man.
barbed wire, around the ring type match.
I
Or
mean,
like
you could
just
just call it a
just
concentration
something to-
camp match if you wanted.
yeah.
We're trying to avoid that term, Jeff.
How?
But-
Why? You're booking Germans against a Jew in a wrestling match and just trying to use anything other than the obvious name. Okay, call it the Holocaust.
Well, hey, yo, Todd. Jesus Christ, we're gonna get kicked off Channel Attitude, man.
We'll put it in a big cell and call it the
Attitude.
Hell in a Cellacost.
Okay,
Oh,
how about this?
boy.
To stay on Channel Attitude, what happens are the Germans aren't trying to kill them; they're just trying to convert them to Christianity so they can be saved, and it works.
Yeah, that'll be the ending of the story. You know
No,
what I mean?
they end up going, listen, we have to hold Israel so the Messiah can come back and we can all be saved. Oh, you're right. Let's be best friends.
Hi, caramba. That's all I'm going to say. Todd says in the chat, I'd keep you guys entertained, but I'm actually at a show. Really, Todd? Well, clearly you're not entertained
Right?
of
It's
the
our
show
job
because
to keep you entertained. You have
Exactly.
I mean, does he actually think he's the one entertaining us?
Daddy Yeah Pro in Buffalo. Really? Is that really the name? Daddy
Please
Yeah
tell me
Pro?
Brandon Thurston's getting his ass kicked by somebody.
Daddy Yeah Pro. Shout out to Daddy Yeah Pro.
I mean, and by the way, Todd does entertain me. I think Todd's great.
For sure, I agree. Todd is a
Daddy
man. for
Yeah
sure.
Pro, doesn't that sound like
That's a
like,
bad
like the successor to Chippendales?
Kind of sounds like something Paige would call one of her videos.
It sounds like something that Shawn Michaels would have posed during.
Well, he says it's actually Daddy Yeah Productions. Is it
That makes all
wrestling?
the difference.
It must be wrestling, right? I hope, because it sounds like a music fucking thing. But first
No,
of all, I
think
just want to
it's a
say
wrestling
this.
burlesque show. What is it?
Yeah, I don't get how all these shindy promotions can't come up with decent names. I mean, look at our network, right? I mean, we called the PWC. You can make that into a promotion if you like. Pro Wrestling Coalition, for crying out loud. That wasn't that
but
hard.
don't, because don't, because like one of our guys is a lawyer. Don't do that.
Oh,
We could do Production Wrestling Company.
yeah.
Production Wrestling Corporation. I mean, it doesn't even have to be clever.
He says it is pro wrestling, and thanks for putting me over. No problem, Todd.
Right. It's obviously keeping your attention too.
And it's always a pleasure putting you over, my friend, man.
Well, what's the headliner? Who's the biggest wrestler on the card? I mean, name wise.
Come on. I'm sure we've heard of none of these guys. Look, I don't want to put down, what was it called? Daddy Yeah Productions or something?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw Kofi.
Sugar Daddy Down.
I'm
Sugar
pretty
Daddy
sure
Down,
not Kofi. I'm pretty sure I saw Xavier Woods on the last Daddy Yeah video that came out. So I don't know.
Are you being for real now, or?
No, I'm still doing
I
my bit
know.
when I talk about
Paige,
videos.
I know. I'm just
It's a
I'm just
continuing
talking
rib.
shit. It is a rib, and but anyway. Well, there's shout outs once again to Pro Wrestling Productions and Todd Brantley.
It's a ribbed brother.
Ribbed.
Maybe John Schuyler will get suspended for 60 days from this production too.
What an asshole, dude! Especially considering you paid for the damn sponsorship. Anyway,
Well, it's not
shame
real
on you.
suspension. I mean, it's.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's his gimmick now on the Indies. Is he keeps getting suspended by indie promotions.
Really? And what's the end game?
Well,
He's
I
gonna
don't
get
know.
kicked
I
out
guess
for good?
Since most of them don't have shows except for every 60 days, none really.
Oh,
Maybe
I guess.
matches with the promoters. I don't know.
Moving on.
Maybe. Well, let's move on because we go to kind of bad to absolutely bad, where we get best friends interviewed backstage and interrupted by the firm dealing a beatdown. And then Austin. Well, are they really firm though, Jeff? To be
I don't even want to go there this time. But like, are they really the firm? Like, I mean, this is the only time I've seen these four guys together. And by the way, where's your favorite Ethan Page? And was Brandon, or I'm sorry, was Stokely Hathaway even there?
I don't recall seeing him.
Me either.
Chris, did you see him?
Anyway,
No.
Well-
why are they going after best friends? Isn't the acclaim that they should be going after, or their other challengers right now, Jarrett and Lethal? Like,
Jeff, stop even asking these questions. This is AEW we're talking about. It doesn't matter. It's long-term storytelling.
asking these questions is why I wanted to do this show, because none of this made sense to me. I don't know why these guys are together, but I don't know why they're attacking these two. I mean, it's like they've already told us who's going to win the casino battle royal and be the fourth team, and they should have attacked them afterwards.
Chris, do you understand this bullshit?
No, this was basically just, well, these guys are good guys and these guys are bad guys. So let's just have the bad guys jump the good guys, because that'll create tension. But it doesn't create tension because there's no story behind it. There's no reason for it. There's absolutely nothing that would make sense here because, again, as Jeff just said, like, these are all tag teams that are supposed to be wanting to win this match coming up so that they can get into the tag team title match that's supposed to be 4 teams or whatever. Like, yeah, come on. TK, like, give us a reason why any of this makes sense. And a lot of us will just nod our head and go, okay, fine, this was fine. But when you give us absolutely nothing and things make, I wouldn't even say it doesn't make any sense. This is sort of an anti-sense. This is like this is like the opposite of sense. This is like somebody went, what makes sense? Let's do the exact opposite of that. That's basically what this is.
Except this can make perfect sense. Once Best Friends wins the Casino Battle Royal and is the 4th team, it's almost like somebody knew it and had ADHD or took too much Adderall. causing a nationwide shortage, and put it on before to spoil it. Now, if the Best Friends don't win the Casino Battle Royal match, that makes no sense. Or, I mean, because there's not enough time for the Gun Club with their friends to beat up all of the teams in the Casino Battle Royal yet. I'm not even sure they've all been announced. But like, if you were going to go, wouldn't you go after like the threats? Like, isn't the Lucha Brothers more of a threat?
Who's that?
Como se llamo?
The Lucha Hermanos?
War Brothers.
Ah,
War
I don't
Hermanos.
Well, I don't know who the hell they are because I've never seen them on my TV.
Fight
for a long time.
Hermanos. The Fight or Hermanos.
Ah, oh, true. That's true. It is that. It actually does mean that.
Right. So, but
Chris,
the Lucha Bros. So
yeah.
it's the Fight Hermanos.
Lucha Bros sounds like a damn taco store, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I never thought about it before, but it's not a very good.
It isn't. Chris, is it tacos or is it wrestling?
Tacos, definitely tacos. Can we talk tacos? Actually, I had said to Jeff the other day that I wasn't sure what was going to happen with Snack Attack, and then obviously it was
Did
because
you say Snack Attack?
Because the autocorrect, it said Snack Attack. So I said, actually, why don't we do a show called Snack Attack, and we can just talk about our favorite foods? That I'd be down for that. Tacos are right up there for me.
I would be down for that, but RBV is the one that talks food at RBV Eats. Yeah, so check him out at RBV
Well, it's
Eats.
all right.
Yeah.
He can deal with some competition from the Snack Attack. We can get this going.
Yeah,
Isn't
Burger
Snack
King never hurt McDonald's. What's he afraid of? What are you
There's
afraid
like,
of?
there's like a
RVP?
billion wrestling. There's like a billion wrestling podcasts. we didn't stop and go, oh wait, there's someone else doing wrestling podcasts. We shouldn't get into this. No, RBV can deal
Snack
with it.
Attack.
Yeah,
He's
but
a
no one
big
else
boy.
is doing wrestling podcasts featuring exclusively penis. So
Well, that's for the PWC guys. Come on.
I mean,
oh, right.
to be fair, it's just that the answer is always penis. It's not
Well, especially when it comes
exclusively featuring penis.
Well, there's a lot of questions.
featuring. It is. It's a loaded question, Jeff. As a matter of fact.
Okay.
There you go. Did I mention the Red Rooster just quietly again?
Lots of times.
Anyway, fucking Terry Taylor. Anywho, let's move on because I just want to say one more thing though. Chucky T, just fuck off, please.
Yeah, fuck right off. In
Fuck
fact,
right off.
Chuck Taylor, you're going to get my rant of the week, okay? And people who are longtime listeners of the PWC have heard me say something similar. But Chuck Taylor, fuck off. Then fuck off some more. Then find a way to fuck off just a little bit more. And when you feel like you can't possibly fuck off any further than you've already fucked off, find a way. Reach down inside yourself and pull out whatever you need to fuck off just that little tiny bit more. Fuck off all the way to the end of the earth. And when you finally get to the end and you reach the giant wall facing you and you can't fuck off anymore, dare to dream, Chucky T, and fuck off just a little bit more.
And then you know what else he can do just to top it off? He can get fucked, literally. Just saying.
By who? Not with that fucking haircut.
By
you can't.
himself. By himself. I mean
maybe
Sars Ricochet. Nah. Come on. That's below fucking. Well,
And
I don't know who it's below.
whoever the genius was who set this thing up decided to make Orange Cassidy for the one time act like he cared about something. Guys, the whole gimmick is to not care, and he's like, "Who did this? I don't know. Was this lethal? This was lethal on Jarrett, wasn't it? No.
He should have come in and just like looked around and then just given like a really like unenthusiastic thumbs down.
That would have been funny.
What?
Must admit.
He's forgot. What happened? I don't care.
That's it. That's how it should be. That's his gimmick, right? So that's exactly what it should have been. He'd be like, I don't care.
The guys was.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, what,
well,
Chuck? What the?
You know what I mean? If TK was smart and actually tuned into our shows, he would get such great freaking content. I mean, tell me, that's Orange Cassidy. What we were doing just now is what he is supposed to be, right? Mm-hmm. Correct?
It would certainly be a more entertaining version of him.
Absolutely, but
well,
yeah, he cares
Ken
now.
correctly, being afraid of a 102-pound girl. So,
Jesus.
Since I'm pretty sure a 6-year-old girl got a couple of 2 counts on him in the past. It's
True.
Makes sense.
Well, did I mention Big Dick was also around?
No, you didn't mention Big Dick was around.
Well, he was there and he just played.
Big Bill.
Yeah, big deal, not Bill. The big deal, though. The big deal. That's it. Yeah, and who cares? Because he's buried anyway.
That.
You can't teach that, and he's definitely soft. Just saying. Anyway, speaking of soft, we have another matchup, guys. It is Tony fucking Storm versus the Pillow or Willow Nightingale. Yeah, Tony Storm wins. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Anyone? Any takers?
Willow? No, I mean, this was the thing that we got on Wednesday, just with a different opponent. And I guess Willow and Ruby Soho, remember, they know each other. And Ruby's still doing this thing. And it's like, I know it's different TV shows, but it's the same crowd. Well, except for half
the
of the
shit.
It was funny. Do you guys follow Jobber Nation?
No. I don't.
So
Jobber
Nation is a WWE fan, but he also likes to pretend he's an AEW fan, but he's not. But he pretends he is. But he went to Dynamite, and he's like, "Oh my goodness! I just saw the whole card. I'm getting parts of Dark Elevation and Rampage," and he took photos, video of right after Dynamite ended, like all of the people leaving during Rampage, and it's like every aisle was filled with people leaving. He's like, they say, Jobber, you're a liar. Well, am I? It was funny. This match.
He brought receipts.
He's got receipts. That's right. So Willow lost her match to Tony Storm, but neither Tony Storm nor Saraya can win matches on their own anymore. They both have to cheat to win. Instead of being big deals, they're now chicken shit heels. And
for whatever reason,
they've both apparently never figured out how long it takes for a person to get to the ring after their music hits. Like, you've got a few seconds. You still could have spray painted that fat chick.
They didn't, did they?
No, they ran away once the bruiser Britt Baker came in.
Oh,
the big scary Britt Baker.
Well, look, guys, I won't lie. As I was watching
this, Sami Zayn, so maybe they thought it was him.
Well, as I was watching this, I was seriously drifting at this point. I couldn't care less. But yes, DMD and Jamie Hayter came out for fisticuffs. But whatever, I couldn't care less. Anyway, next we get the Acclaimed. We're attacked backstage by Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and Sanjay Dutt. And
what an original angle. It was totally nothing like the attacking a tag team backstage 2 segments ago.
It was so nice, we had to do it twice right here on Rampage. So, yeah, you're right. It's just rinse, repeat, and rinse, repeat some more. It's just silly. It's dumb. I can't stand this damn show.
Ow! Ow! Ah! It's like
Next,
it's like after Mace Windu got his arm got lightsabered off, and he's like, ah! Then the guy,
for a minute, it sounded like a porn. For a minute, I was like,
everything sounds like porn to you.
Red Rooster.
And next we'll have an annoying Australian girl beat a fat chick.
Oh, well, wait.
We might have just did that. Who cares? Let's do it again.
Do you watch galvanization porn? Is like what kind of porn are you watching?
I'll tell you later, Jeff.
Right when you get me Homeboy's email.
I forgot. I actually totally forgot. I totally forgot. Shit, I'll give you that.
You want to know what kind of porn?
That's why.
You want to know what kind of porn Jimmy T watches? I would say just take a look at his shirt and you'll figure it out.
I knew you were going to say that. I fucking knew you were going to say that. Hey, I told you.
The golden age of Greek was the golden age of film.
Actually, can I ask? I know, Jeff, you haven't played it. I'm sure Chris probably has. You played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right, Chris?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There was a lot of that in that game.
There were some very Greek scenes in that game. I can confirm also that when they did the Viking game, there was not as many Greek scenes.
There wasn't as many?
No.
Was it real? No, wait, there was? Like on that?
No, there really...
Hala yet.
No, there really was not as many of those Greek...
As many, though? You're saying as many?
Greek scenes.
You pricks. Seriously, I find it funny that it's a worldwide phenomenon calling Greeks backdoor Greeks, but whatever. Whatever, guys. You're just jealous that you don't take it up the ass by Greeks,
in your own mythology.
We invented Poofs. Just saying. And lesbians come from Lesbos.
Back when everything was good and there were no women around. Wait, what? How is this story starting? What the fuck?
Hey, settle
Men
down,
were like
boys.
gods and they fuck like beasts.
Oh,
They had
look at this.
long- Oh, it's true.
I don't know who that is, but Facebook
be
user
anyone.
says
I mean,
Jeff
everybody
is
with eyes
looking-
feels that way.
too sexy today. Yeah.
No. I'm Chris. That's Jeff. What are you talking about?
He's our sexy boy.
That's
Facebook
right.
user, whoever that is.
Look at this
Look-
dancing.
I mean, first we had Jinder saying 3 sexy bitches, and now Jeff is the sexy boy. God damn it. Is that La Sacadia, Jeff?
I am obviously the top of the pyramid of the sexy chain. Of the hierarchy of sexiness, I am that.
Of sexy. Oh, it was Scott Woodford said that. Oh, well, there you go.
You know
You
what?
got
I
him.
told you it could be anybody.
I was going to say something silly, but I won't.
You know
wanna
what I
talk
do
about
with that?
Greeks?
You know what I do with that artificial leg you gave me? I call that the Woodford Reserve.
Ooh, I'd call it the Woody Woodpecker. Just quietly.
That's why I'm the sexiest and you're not.
That's
The Woody Woodpecker, not sexy. Woodford Reserve, sexy.
That sounds like a friggin' alcoholic beverage, Jeff.
It is an alcoholic beverage. It's a very high end bourbon.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't know, but now you do. Anyway, let's move on from that. I mean, enough of the Greeky chatter, but I was going to say Billy Gunn got laid out. The Acclaimed got laid out. Who cares? I don't. So what's going on with the Ass Boys then and the Acclaimed? No more? That's it? Done?
Did they want to beat up their dad, but they went to the wrong room?
Oh, maybe. Maybe
Makes
they
sense.
thought Chucky T was their dad.
The same build.
Yeah. You could definitely, yeah, those two were in the same room. You'd never know which one of them was which. You'd think you were looking at twins.
Mm-hmm.
And please never try sexy ever again, Chucky T. Don't try to act like you're so cool that you can pick up girls, please. I've never seen him with a chick in my life. Anyway, enough of that ridiculousness.
I wonder if he's Greek.
Motherfuckers. Anyway.
Teleropolis.
The T stands for Sesmelis. No doubt.
Hey. Kayfabe there, Chris. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm everything, according to Jeff. I loved your thing last week, Jeff. Jimmy Thiessen. Like, since we're talking about Melrose Place.
Yeah.
That was good. That made me laugh. I'll give you that. So,
Jimmy Amber Thiessen.
yeah, she's hot. And did you know she's half Greek? As a matter of fact, she actually is.
The girl half.
Anyway, let's move on because next we get Lance Archer versus.
Which half? The bottom half?
Well, hey, you know what, you can hit that. That's for sure. But what's happened to her? Is she still hot or what? I mean, is she even around?
She's put on a natural amount of weight for a
Really?
woman of her age. She's
No.
she's still pretty, but she's rounded some. But yeah, I saw her about
Really?
3 or 4 years ago on one of those remodeling shows where one of those people like the Property Brothers or Homes and Homes was coming to her house to appraise it and do renovations or whatever. It might be called celebrity rehab or something.
Renovations?
Yeah, to the house, home renovations. Contracting.
Oh, boy, has she fallen down? God damn it. Anyway, I'll
They
fall with her.
pay her to redo her bedroom suite. I mean, it's not really that bad a gig with like some of the best contractors in the world who will absolutely never walk off a job.
Well, she was even in Saved by the Bell. That's where I first actually saw her. So.
Where everybody first saw her. What do you think?
Right.
Would you just pluck a fact out of like the Book of Obvious?
No,
Obvious.
the Book of Hobbes, Jeff.
Yeah, why don't you play Saved by the Bell?
I don't have it teed up, actually, Jeff. It's going to take a bit of time. And by that point,
I'm going to call bullshit on that. You absolutely have it teed up.
I don't. But
Murder
anyway,
Hawk came
Chris.
out and murdered somebody. Yes. Good.
But why,
good
Chris?
segment. I don't know, because he's angry and somebody tightened his hair too tight or something. I don't know.
And he's back
Yeah,
with
but
Jake Roberts, or Jake was just trailing along because it didn't really look like they were together.
That's true. But my point is, why did this happen? Is this a reset, or is he just going to become a loser because he's over 6 feet tall?
Yes.
Yes.
One.
Sorry. We love Lance, but
I'd love to see him pushed, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, he's not even in the face of the Revolution ladder match. Now, of course, he's 43, so maybe he shouldn't be in the face of the Revolution ladder match, but should any of them?
Well,
Viva la Revolution!
And what?
Viva
and
la
by the way, remember last
Revolution.
week, I had no idea how they were filling out this tag team match team. So now they announced, after last week's, because this week's casino, not casino, the battle royal. Now we're going to have a casino battle royal, which I guarantee you it's going to be much of the same teams, if not all of the same teams.
We tried to figure that out on Wednesday. I think we were talking about it, or last week even, Jeff, you and I.
Right. They didn't announce this before, so now we have this. So what is the face of the Revolution ladder match for? Like, what happens to... What does the winner get?
I know who the face... Yeah. Or a Sonic the Hedgehog ring.
Does the brass ring, does it give you a title shot like it did for Scorpio Sky?
Isn't that the thing where you get the ring that MJF punches people with?
No, that's the Diamond Ring Battle Royal.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. It's basically WCW Battle Bowl. When you win, you get the ring.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Lance Archer beat up some guy who I've never seen.
Perry
before.
Saturn.
It wasn't Perry Saturn, but it was something Saturn. You're right.
It was Bryce Saturn, as a matter of fact. It must be Perry's.
Perry Saturn's son, for sure.
Yes. Why couldn't we be called Bryce Venus, for crying out loud, or Bryce fucking Pluto, even though that's not a planet anymore? But you get my drift. He's a jobber, so he might as well be Pluto.
How about Milo Uranus?
Speaking of Milo Uranus, have you heard of Milo Yiannopoulos, Jeff?
Yes, I have heard of Milo Yiannopoulos.
He's very Greek.
Right?
Yes.
He's
very, very Greek.
Anyway, that sounded like Beavis and Butthead there for a second. Anyway, like you said, like you guys said, Lance Archer absolutely annihilates Mr. Saturn, but then we get Dustin Rhodes next. He asked Keith Lee if he was up to the task of challenging Mr. Swerve Strickland and Parker Boudreaux next week. Lee was game though. The force is strong, and Dustin will send the Mogul affiliates to hell for good. Jeff, you excited?
Where's Trench? What happened to Trench? Is he gone?
Is that his name? Is that Trench?
That's what they called him.
Not from Naughty by Nature?
The other big white guy.
Right.
Wasn't he part of Naughty by Nature?
Yes.
But he wasn't white. But anyway, I could have sworn he wasn't white. Maybe he's going to go and get another tattoo on his face.
Maybe. I mean, he
as long
should.
as it's not Vinny from Naughty by Nature.
Yeah. Am I excited?
That's a different kind of wrestling.
I mean, at least Dustin found the one guy that looks older than him to wrestle with.
Why? I couldn't get... This is... So we're going to get more fucking pathetic storytelling come next Wednesday on Dynamite. Is that where we're going?
Remember when people were excited when Keith Lee and Swerve split up? They're both going to get singles pushes to the moon. No, they're both getting single pushes. About anything where you have Dustin Rhodes involved is bottom of the card.
Not in WWE, Jeff.
And Parker Boudreaux stinks, and this guy Trench doesn't know how to wrestle.
Trench? Is it Trench? What is he? Drenched?
Whatever his name is, painted face tattoo boy. Whatever Taz called him.
Yeah, I think it was that. Something like that. Chris, do you
Strange large man.
Yeah, whatever.
He's a scary looking dude. Believe me, if I saw him, I would look down. I would not make eye contact.
Yeah, well, somebody who Jeff's actually afraid of, he will definitely lose every match in AEW. Probably as many to 150 pound wrestlers as possible. Jungle Boy goes over in 3 minutes.
Yep.
Oh, that's a bit fucking generous, Chris. 3 minutes? I'll say 3 seconds.
He's including the songs going in and going out.
Oh, okay. Fair call.
Wave your hands in the air like it's 1987.
Seriously, I hate that damn song, and you know it. But
everyone hates that song.
Well, I used to like this song until freaking Jungle Boy fucking used it, but not liked
used
it,
to
but
like it
classic.
for 3 weeks in 1987.
That's right, exactly. Anyway, guess what? Guess what, guys? Sorry, that's not my part. It's Chris's part.
Yeah. Hey, little Italian man. You and the little Spanish man had problems together, and fighting the main event. What do you say about that? Well, looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
Yay! Like,
Listen,
everybody.
By the way, everybody always fucking asks me. I fucking love Mark Henry. I'm just not sure why his character is, Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder when he's in AEW. I don't understand why that's what they're going with for one of the scariest fucking men ever in professional wrestling.
Oh boy, was that forgotten? That's already like out the window. Forget his career because by the way he's acting.
You mama make me happy.
Hey, that's from the Green Mile.
Show and Mark Henry's contracts though, because they can't possibly want to continue doing this. Whatever this show is doing.
If he's getting paid top dollar, why not? I mean, it's time for the main event. I would do it for a cool fucking $100,000 a year.
I'd rather Mark Henry than Kevin Patrick.
I don't know who that is. So yes,
Kevin Patrick's the little. Well, he's not that little. The Irish guy on Raw on commentary.
He's the soccer commentator that's doing Raw. So he's actually a Major League Soccer commentator.
Oh, that guy's
terrible. Wrestling commentating,
and I'm Irish.
And is he German?
Mark Henry would be fun doing that.
And Val, exactly. Wunderwelt. Sorry, Jeff.
It'd be fun to have Mark Henry doing that.
What? It's time for the main event on Raw.
Doing commentary during Raw. I mean, he knows wrestling. He loves the product. Every now and then he could get into it. It's not quite Samoa Joe, but it could be sort of similar.
Oh.
He's still an intimidating guy. I mean, it'd be cool.
Is he?
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
yeah.
Like, do you know why Mark Henry is only ever like shown in like split screens with everybody from AEW? It's because if you put him on the screen with those guys next to him, you'd be like, why isn't that fucking guy having a fight?
Yeah. I mean, he's a really big man. He's not 400 pounds anymore. He's probably down to 312 or something, but he's still 6'3".
He still looks like he would literally rip your arms off. That's what he still looks like.
He was at some point the strongest man in the world, Olympic style.
That's true.
He's badass.
He was.
Yeah.
He competed in the Olympics, as a matter of fact, I believe in '96.
No, I think he tore like his quads and actually missed it or something. I think it was actually sort of tragic. He was on the Olympic team. I don't think he ever got to compete. He got injured, and then that was the end.
So small Italian man and small Spanish man had a match where they did a lot of flipping and stuff, etc. Small Spanish man's other Spanish friend got involved to cost small Italian man the match.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? This is Action Andretti you're describing. When he was talking and looking at a straight camera on, and I was looking into his eyes and his nose and the shape of his mouth, I figured it out. He's Chris Jericho's love child. And that's what's explained.
I was saying that.
His face is the same. I mean, he's much smaller and shorter and svelter, but that's Chris Jericho's out of wedlock son, and that's the only thing that can make this make sense. He actually looks like him, and he talks like him too.
Well, just quietly, do you know that Mark Henry still is currently a record holder in multiple things?
I did not know that, but it doesn't surprise me.
Is one of them the worst possible person to introduce main events for a Friday night show?
It should be, but he's got the record. Yeah, he's got the record for squatting at 432 kilograms with knee wraps. Apparently, I don't know if that.
I don't know what that translates to pounds.
I don't know.
I'm going to
in pounds,
900 billion pounds.
953 to be precise. Actually, Jeff. There you go. He's also the current WDFPF world record squat in super heavyweight class, and current drug-tested all-time world record squat without a suit in super heavyweight class, whatever that means. And the currently
It means
heaviest
he's a
walked-out Raw
fucking
squad of all time.
badass, and he would murder you.
It means he
That's
did
what
it without
means.
one of those compression suits that people wear that basically
But
wants your body to spring up and be straight.
get this, that was only for squatting. He's also got records in deadlifting.
Right.
A plethora of records, and powerlifting too.
Well, squatting and deadlifting are powerlifting, but I mean,
Well,
they're
yeah,
parts.
it's actually separate categories for whatever.
Like I
reason.
said, Mark Henry in real life, badass. Mark Henry as a professional wrestler, loved him. Mark Henry in this role, fucking Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder. It's not good.
It's time.
But he's got a catchphrase.
It's true, he does. Unlike others in this company. But anyway, as you said, little Italian boy versus little Espanol boy. I'll be honest. I was zoning out during this match. Really, I really was. I couldn't care less. And did I mention that?
Have you ever seen Cirque
Sammy
du
Guevara
Soleil?
I have. I've seen two of them. Oh, and I forgot the other one.
But that's basically what you saw. You like Jimmy, you said you missed most of this match, but if you've seen Cirque
I was
du
watching
Soleil,
it, but I was
or
just blank.
yeah, that's basically what happened. Is flippy flip, flippity flip, flip 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 flip, flippy flip, flippity flip, run in from the other side, pin. That's it. That's the match.
And we've done the un, dos, tres. That was it.
It's basically someone else running the JS gauntlet to get to Jericho. I mean, it's
Wow.
the same
Who's gonna
story
be
running
next?
parallel.
Is
The only
Saray
part I
gonna be
liked
running
about
the
this
Jazz
is that
gauntlet?
Garcia said something good about Guevara, and Guevara like hugged him, like, you know, remembering that they're supposed to be accountability buddies.
Accountability buddies?
What was the line MJF used when he wanted Sean Spears to be watching Wardlow and making sure he's
Accountability
behaving?
buddy.
Well, yeah, that's what it was. It was. Well, that's Rampage, folks. But before we do,
Are we
actually,
gonna say who won?
I said that Sammy Guevara won.
Sammy Guevara.
Okay.
Yeah, little Espanol boy,
Well,
little
I guess I
Nino.
was zoning out.
You see the effect these damn matches have, and Azione Andretti, since it's action in Italian. Why is this kid even in the main event spot? I know it's
told
Rampage.
you why. He's
Because he's Chris Jericho's son. God.
My bad. Just
I
saying.
think him and Jason Jordan are in the support group.
Anyway, that was Rampage, and yeah, it wasn't much to really talk about, unfortunately. But there was something I
To
did.
talk about.
Well, this was a pretty bad show, really. Other than the first match, like in the whole. of the
I've
show,
seen
really.
worse. It was bad, but I've seen far worse rampages. Like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, those shows
was pretty
were
bad.
awful.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I didn't mind the Lance Archer part if we're going somewhere with it. But if it's done for
guy
nothing,
squat
then.
this little guy, sure. What's wrong with that? That's great.
And I was stressing out every time I heard Yeti instead of Yowie. But that's just a little pet peeve, Chris Jericho. You fucking
I mean,
idiot.
in fair, I mean, it's not even a Yeti in Canada. It's a Sasquatch.
No, it's Yeti. You know where Yeti comes from, in fact? And shout outs
the
to Russia
Himalayas.
once again. No, Russia. It actually comes from Russia. The Yeti.
No.
I could have sworn.
Himalayas.
Wait, what's the Russian way of Bigfoot? It's pretty famous. I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up. I'm going to
Boris
look it
Yeltsin.
up. Well, that's a drunk Yeti. as a matter of fact.
Gorbachev's
What?
birthmark.
Yeah.
What's the word for Yeti in Russian? And is there a video of Vladimir Putin writing it?
Oh, he's right. Yeah, it is Himalayan.
Yeah, Chinese was the Yiren.
What? Say that again.
The Yiren, the Yeren is the
But
Chinese
Jeff, it's also called the Yeti in Russia, in
sure.
Siberia to be precise.
Well, I mean, listen, this was all these borders are artificial. I mean, these were all the same peoples going through the same
True.
places and hearing the same tales. I mean, but there's probably a different name in the Urals, which is also Russia, but is more of Europe, Russia.
Wow. Well, what was it? The Dead Mountain, whatever it's called over there
I don't know. Dead Mountain sounds
in the
I'm intrigued.
Urals. You know this, dude. The
Mount Doom.
Chris, remember the show we did about those 5 hikers years ago on the Rational Rage?
Yeah, but I don't remember what mountain.
With
Fucking
our
hell,
father?
man. No, you know this, Jeff. If I say it, it'll come back to me.
With our father Spiro.
Okay,
yeah.
we're still on
That's right.
channelattitude.com. Let's finish talking about this show and get the fuck out of it.
Well, yes, we finished talking about this show. There was something I did want to bring up before we did go, because we had our awards by Uncle Dave Meltzer himself. And I just want to point out, TKU fucking marked hard, and AEW as a whole, the fact that they freaking shared the results of a fucking crappy ass poll that Meltzer got so wrong. I think it was the fans that voted. I call bullshit. It was Meltzer that voted.
They were under 1,100 votes.
Doesn't matter. It's AEW. They won everything, dude.
I know.
They're winners.
I'm going by the votes that were posted for the 9 worst promotions. If you added them all up, it was under 1,100 votes.
Well, let's get into that
Let's not
list
get
before
carried
we
away
do
with
that.
the importance.
I can guarantee you that you could find more than 1,100 people in the United States of America who believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. So who gives a fuck what that amount of people think?
One right here.
Well, let's just get into it quickly before we go. And this is from the All Elite Wrestling page. And I'll quote, this is what they say first. AEW is proud of the following achievements in the Wrestling Observer Newsletter 2022 Awards. Get this, yes, achievements, Chris. You heard right. AEW owner, CEO, and GM, Mr. TK Adderall Cokehead Tony Khan himself won Best Booker Award for a 3rd consecutive year, Chris.
Oh my God. So good.
3rd consecutive year. The guy's on a roll.
Ugh,
Literally.
fuck.
Promoter of the year for the 4th consecutive year also. Just quietly. Promotion of the year 3 times. That's AEW, because this is the best
I
wrestling.
mean, he should go into the WWE Hall of Fame this year.
He should, but get this, he gets better, Jeff. But wait, there's more.
He already has more achievements than Jack Tunney.
True, absolutely. Best weekly TV show, hashtag AEW Dynamite. 4 times, baby.
Wow.
4 times. Best major wrestling show, AEW versus New Japan, Forbidden Assholes. Won pay-per-view of the year. Can you believe that shit? Forbidden Assholes won fucking pay-per-view of the year.
Were those voters? Yeah, I absolutely can believe it.
Wow, But wait, there's more.
You know what the WWE really should do? What they really should do is they should do a thing like next week where they're like, in the WWE, we just like to highlight the little guys in the in the business of sports entertainment, and we want to just say that we recognize that as a company, we won, and then however many things they won as being like the worst of the year or whatever. Let's say they won 3 different versions of the worst promotion, the worst whatever. They should just say, we just want to recognize that we won 3 separate awards from this little pro wrestling rinky-dink site run by this obviously handicapped child named David. So thanks, David, for the awards, and
David,
here we are
right.
continuing to win awards at the WWE.
Meanwhile, Money in the Bank sold out in 1 second.
I know.
Yeah.
Or 1 minute, something.
But wait, Jeff. Guess who won Wrestler of the Year? Guess who won Wrestler of the Year 2 times, baby?
John Moxley.
Absolutely. Blader of the Year, John Moxley. Absolutely. He
Luna.
wins that every year. For sure. United States, Canada MVP, guys. Guess who won this one?
Takashita.
John Moxley.
Oh.
Apparently he's a Canada MVP too, Chris.
Well, he
You
did marry
He
a
voted.
Canadian.
Yeah. Yep. Well, yeah, he did. I guess you Canadians fucking think Moxley is one of yours, right?
How did Jericho
You know what I
not
thought
win
of?
the Canadian MVP?
Fuck
You know what I
Ivana.
really thought of?
What'd you think, Chris?
When I saw some of this, because I know this is just like the people who subscribe to the newsletter who are voting for this. What I thought about those people was, did you guys ever read or watch Watchmen?
Yes. Sure.
We spoke about this last time, didn't we?
It's a great comic book. It's a really good movie
It
too.
involves
I don't know.
Batman too, doesn't it?
No, but
Oh,
Rorschach is kind of Rorschach is the way that it starts, and in it he talks about how the city doesn't love him and all this other stuff, and he talks about the abattoir of retarded children. And I just thought that's a really, really good, description of the people voting for this stupid fucking magazine.
Don't
because,
get me
holy
started,
shit.
Chris. Did you see what was happening on Twitter? Speaking of retards,
Yeah, I saw your little Twitter thing, which is
dude,
oh,
it is retardville on Twitter, and especially
listen, man.
AEW
If anybody
fan
ever uses the phrase "I will punch you in the face and then I will spit in your face," like that guy has never punched anyone in the face except maybe his grandmother when she took away his Nintendo. That kind of person is just not even worth talking to, Jimmy. Don't bother.
Oh, it's just frustrating because you got to see all these. He's blocked me. He's blocked both accounts now. Not only mine but even the PWC Network account, just because I challenged him. Heck, I even challenged him to come on our show so we can debate because he said some silly shit.
What was the challenge? What was this about other than he scared you?
If you've ever said that you appreciate Vince McMahon, then he wants to punch you in the face and spit in your face. But he also started by saying, why the fuck are all wrestling fans a bunch of retarded liberals? And it was
WWE fans, to be precise, actually, Chris.
I was like, wait, do you think that liberals are the ones who are supporting Vince McMahon? Do you think it's mostly liberals? I struggle with that. I'm not sure that's where you're going.
Yeah. Retard 101, clown 101. So yeah, eat a dick, mister. I might even mention your name. You know who you are if you ever listen to this. But he's just
don't invite people like that on this show.
No, I just wanted to destroy him, dude, because he's so anti-WWE and pro AEW. It made me sick. I hate those type of fans, man.
So
but anyway,
welcome on the show.
Because I just wanted to destroy him. But anyway, who cares? Because before we go, I still got a little more to say, though, fellas. Because even though we got John Moxley, Canada MVP, 2-time that is. And guess what? He also won the Bruiser Brody Memorial Award winner 3 times in a row, apparently. Mr. Moxley. Took everything home. Yep, that's right. Actually, sorry. Oh, I didn't get this. It says AEW World Champion MJF, I think, won the Bruiser Brody Memorial. Whatever, man. Whatever that means. Best on interviews 2-time. And also most charismatic, that goes to MJF. Best technical wrestler is 11-time winner Bryan Danielson. Sorry?
What happened to the screen? And what happened to Chris?
Chris just went bang. And,
I
don't know what's happening there with him, but we'll just quickly finish off because I don't know if he'll come back now, if there's any point. But let me just fix that, Jeff, quickly, because that's kind of annoying. Anyway, and there was one more award that I wanted to get to before we go, and that's it. But
so what do you guys want to talk about?
Oh, really, Jeff? Stop it! Stop it now, man.
Well, you started by reading WON awards.
Well, I just wanted to have a laugh, man, because you know what I mean. But
threw
that's
Chris
right.
away.
Well, I don't blame him. But Ring of Honor,
promotion of the year,
World Tag Team Feud of the Year. For the Ring of Honor. Well, that makes sense. Okay, the Briscoes against FTR.
They were great matches, but I wouldn't really call it a feud. I mean, because none of them knew when they were actually going to work or see each other.
Yeah, and the most improved goes to the Acclaimed, and that's it. That's all, folks.
Okay, that's okay. I don't care about these awards. Nobody should care about these awards. If you won them, great. If you didn't, you probably shouldn't have expected it. And I don't know why, if you're a fan of anything, you put any stock into these awards. I mean, it's literally like the Mets fan club voting on major league awards and voting in all the Mets players.
It's true. Well, Jeff, I think we can take it fucking home. Thank God. So tell them where they can find you, man.
On Twitter at IcarusFellMD, and then when I'm not here on Channel Attitude or Hamin Media Group, you can find me on the PWC, usually with the two gentlemen that were here before. I promise you're just tuning in. First of all, why are you just tuning in? Secondly, there was a third. Then you can find me on Garden of Doom and Garden Views. Garden of Doom is my show about things to go bump in the night, like Yowies and year-ends. In fact, I just got a show called The Proper Bigfoot Show, dedicated to Bigfoot. So stuff like that. If you like cryptids, UFOs, theosophy, history, alternate history, interesting takes, then Garden of Doom is the show for you. And Garden Views is more topical in that it's usually more legal or mainstream. Did interviews with the matchmaker for Valentine's Day. I'm publishing an interview with the legendary Kevin Castle on his life in the music business, not in the wrestling business. And then a lot of them are legal shows, cybersecurity, cryptocurrency, stuff like that. It's cool. Check it out. And then Hammerlock Hangover is a show that used to be regular, then became semi-regular, and is now, I think, on the EPA protected species list. But it's with Big Daddy Cool's Steve Pena, or as we like to call him, Esteban Pineapple.
Esteban Pineapple, indeed.
I've been noticing ever since I started the Esteban Pineapple, we're doing shows less and less.
Well, maybe we shouldn't be calling him Esteban Pineapple, Jeff.
I'm not giving that up. I'm not giving that up for a podcast.
Don't go all AEW on us, Steve, please. Don't go soft. Come on, bro.
Snowflake. Snowflake Steve. Snowflake Pineapple.
The good thing is, I doubt he'll pay to be listening to us right now, right?
I got better news for you. He's not listening to our free shows either. So,
well, there you go. What a prick. Seriously, god damn it. I'm going to say all sorts of shit now, but no, enough of that.
He's listening to Busted Open and Cornette and Eric Bischoff and and jerking off to Vince McMahon's picture.
Yeah, pal. Jerk it some more. Jerk it, baby.
This is the age of man.
Well, he's a pineapple after all. I mean, shit. But anyway, if you want to follow Mr. AMBS, and I'm talking about Chris Ambs, who's just gone bump in the night, you can at Chris Ambs1. I'm sure he would appreciate that. But if you want to follow me, you can on Twitter at DJ MassFX. And if you want to follow our network at the PWC, you can at the PWC Network. Also, like and subscribe right here at channelattitude.com, where for $5 you get to hear us and see us talk all things AEW, and bonus, you even hear us talk all things WWE, and in particular SmackDown on the Smack Attack, not the Snack Attack, the Smack Attack with good old John Enright. So tune in for that. And like and subscribe at the pwcnetwork.podbean.com, where you can find all our shows, and HaminMediaGroup.podbean.com, where you can find all our affiliate shows. And I think that's about it, Jeff. So, did I say Jeff? I meant Jeff. So insane.
Jeff is fine.
Or was it Jizz? Anyway, in saying that, I'm Jimmy T. That's Evil Dose, Mr. Dr. Jeff Lippman. And that was Mr. Chris Ambs. But he's gone lost. Maybe. I don't know. He maybe doesn't exist. I think the House of Black took him away from us, Jeff.
Could be.
Could be. Well, we're out. See yous.
Stay evil, my friends.
Stay evil.
Then I mean with the overkill, smash your baby face with a steel chair. The square circle, you'll get killed dead. Black and blue when you turn a purple, he can red when it's filled there. Ain't Bill Fair catching heat with the crowd. Just another vicious heel down the cheat and he's crowned. Hear the screams when they're loud. They're reading out his poems. Fuck your book of songs when the dirty starties dropping bombs. Ain't police with batons, but he's pro martial law. You speak infidel, catch a partial to your jaw. Bowing down to a law. This prey is not a victim. Equipped with a stable just in case he's got a stick. I'm no title when he strips him. He'll vacate the jam. Sabotage him backstage. Bash his face on the ramp. You're law. Sideline, ringside, paralyzed, fuck a crutch, cause you're gonna need a wheelchair. Then I mean with the overkill, smash your baby face with a steel chair. The square circle, you'll get killed there. Black and blue when you turn a purple, leaking red when it's filled there. Ain't Bill Fair catching heat with the crowd, just another vicious heel down the cheat and he's found. Hear the screams when they're loud, they're reading out his poems. Fuck your book of songs when the dirty starties dropping bombs. Ain't police with batons, but he's pro martial law. You speak infidel, catch a partial to your jaw, bowing down to a law. This prey is not a victim. Equipped with a stable just in case he's got a stick. I'm no title when he strips him. He'll vacate the jam. Sabotage him backstage. Bash his face on the ramp. You're law. Call me clutch, ring the bell, cause the pain is so vital. He can lose by a count, I'm still retaining the title. You can win by DQ, but you're soft like the Dairy Queens. You built like Enzo and skinny like his pair of jeans. Rape your dignity and punish your lies. Ben I mean there's a pimp with 200 wives. Thunder your rise, you can catch a man to the falls. He can pull a foreign object and fracture your skulls. Hack you in the back of the stalls, blast you through a door hinge. Laughing on his podcast, conspiracy horsemen with no endorsement. It's simply a promise. He's a sultan of slime on a mission of bombers. When his mission's accomplished, he will be the reigning champ. Putting all you fat fans in a weight training camp. Armageddon has come, he'll put it into pro wrestling. Hack a Hamin, and you might as well rep the game.